Oh, hey now, look, it's Wednesday night and it's special YouTube content. We're bringing it to you. We are the podcast known as Our Reviews Will Kill You. And yeah, we're a little late to the party, but guess what? We got to digest some of the information we're about to go over tonight with you guys. We're going to give you some exclusive information that our crack research team is bringing you, and hopefully we'll bring you some yucks as well. I'm the man you may know as Z, and I am joined by the Noob Noob, and Scott Keebler. No time for long introductions here, gentlemen. We just got to get the stream going.
We're just going to jump right into it. The chat is already up and running. We got people joining us. Thank you for coming in. I see Unboxing. I see Doc. Let's get this thing started quick.
We have a special feature that we're doing during tonight's podcast or live stream, and it's live streamception. And it is partnered with Kenny and Alex, I believe, from Levels of Geek. So they are currently live streaming, having more interactions because they're cucks.
We're going to live stream their live stream and drop into their live stream to live stream through all live streams.
There's the tease of that. As you're watching us live stream, you're watching them live stream over here. They're talking about some man-woman looking thing with the Mandalorian, apparently. We're not going to hear their audio because that's going to get way too confusing, but there is podception.
You can't just give us a taste, so that way when we go to bomb theirs, we can just tease them mercilessly about.
Hear them now.
Han Solo movie, they did Rogue One, a Star Wars story, and
they sound like they love penis in and around their mouths at all times.
They're talking about Kathleen Kennedy, and let's see if their technology matches our technology, where we will defeat them with technology.
I think our technology is better, although he does have a much cooler Batman shirt than you do, noob.
I'm not wearing my Batman shirt.
No, but whenever you wear a Batman shirt, that shirt is always better.
Oh, my God.
I can see burned Doritos in the house, so it looks like the Guha family is chilling out there.
So, yeah, we're going to do a recap of DC's Fandome, which I did a quick Instagram post recap. This is going to be an expanded visual and audio version, so you get to see us and pictures and learn more about stuff, because there's probably more news stories since I reported on it. We're going to try to expand the conversation a little bit more for you. And, yeah, that's what we're going to do.
Well, awesome. Let's get that dome, crack into your dome and my dome. What are we talking about first?
The first one is the horrible, horrible Wonder Woman, because that showed off a trailer. I think it was its second full-length trailer.
For
which showed
Wonder
off,
Woman 84?
Yes. Wonder Woman Stupid 4.
What? Wonder Woman... What did you call it?
Stupid 4? Wonder Woman Stupid 4 would have been better. Yes, Wonder Woman Stupid. Although
that's just wrong.
Wonder Woman is not a stupid whore. Patty Jenkins is a stupid whore.
Why is she?
Why do people, speaking of Levels of Geek, Ken over here thinks Patty Jenkins is a good director. I don't know why. She's not. Because the only good parts of Wonder Woman 1 was the parts that, not that cheetah picture, because that's an abomination. It's basically what Zack Snyder did. Because he came in and I believe wrote a good part of it and did a bunch of action scenes for her because she's incompetent. And she looks like a liberal cuck.
Why is everyone a liberal cuck to you?
Because
you're a liberal cuck. You're the number one simp.
I just love communism.
Scott, can you make a shirt or T-shirt that says number one simp? Because we have discovered that Noob is the number one simp of all time.
Yes, we do know that, and we will make the Noob Pro Simp shirt. Marcus the Jesus just joined us in the chat. He said he's sorry for being late. He had to pee. Marcus, I hope you shook it more than twice, because that means you got to play with yourself a little bit.
Oh, geez. I guess that's one way of doing it.
Why? And oh my God, there's this weird comment that just said PP on me. I don't know. I hope he responds to that.
Oh, that's that Tom Borsinella dude. Fuck you.
Yeah, that dude's weird. He's probably a simp too. But Patty Jenkins is a terrible director, I think. Well, she's adequate. She's okay.
Didn't she win an Academy Award?
Yeah, for Monster. That's like the big argument for her, because let's see her movies. There's like 3 of them. There's Wonder Woman 84, and then Monster, which was in 2003 with Charlize Theron, where they made her look like a man. And yeah.
And that's it?
Velocity Rules 5. There's other shit that's like not actually known, but that's exposed. I've never heard of anything else.
So did they announce anything important on this one? Like, we have images of what's her face as Cheetah.
Kristen Wiig. Well, is it important? No, because it's horrible. So that's Kristen Wiig as Cheetah.
That's her in the normal Cheetah form, but we have a bone to pick with her Cheetah because she looks a little bit like. Could she come from Black Panther there? That's how bad the CGI on her Cheetah is?
She looks like Lion-O had a sex change.
That as long as they put a butthole on her Cheetah, I think it'll be fine.
As long as they include a butthole.
As long as they include a butthole like they did with the original Cats version that we'll never see. I did hear some people say that this is supposed to be what Cheetah looks like, so they were actually praising the look.
It just looks like shitty CGI. I think that's my only complaint. It's not so much the character design itself. It's the terrible CGI.
Oh. Well, is it a final CGI? Is that what we looked at, or is this just the tease of everything? We can't make
this
that.
is the final trailer. It was already supposed to be
so it's supposed to be released
a couple weeks ago.
Well, then that's a shame.
Yeah, and I don't see how Cheetah is a real good villain for Wonder Woman.
Cheetah is one of Wonder Woman's original villains, actually. There's been a few cartoons and movies that had the origins of Cheetah. It was during this Wonder Woman 84 timeline. They were friends originally, a family that she was helping take care of. Somebody was crossed because mommy issues or something, and that's what brought in this whole storyline.
Great description of Cheetah. That's not the origin story they're going with. So,
all right. Well, that's the origin story I saw in the movie, in the animated movie, Wonder Woman Origins or whatever it was on DC.
I thought she just
Universe.
eats a bunch of Cheetos and then turns gay.
No. If you eat a bunch of Cheetos, you turn into an orange.
So Cheetah's not a lesbian, and the entire plot of the movie is not a romantic comedy where they're trying to get together.
No. You're thinking of Dude, Where's My Car?
I'm thinking of Lucifer. Is that what you just said?
No, Dude, Where's My Car?
Oh, Dude, Where's My Car? Oh, Ashton Kutcher. He is very feminine.
Yes.
I thought you were talking about the new Umbrella Academy where characters just randomly become lesbians.
That's because they are all trisexual. They all like to try.
Everyone?
Yes, they all like to try.
Why is everyone stealing trisexual from me? I came
You were
out
a
as the
trendsetter.
first human trisexual, and then now what do I got to evolve into a triceratops because they're extinct? It's impossible. I don't know if they can copy me.
You are extinct as well.
I don't know. I don't think you can ever extinguish the noob.
I wish we could. We're gonna try.
Nah. But yeah, anyway, so this movie is when hold on, let me look at this. When's the new release date for this movie?
We will have another Cheetah story that's even cheatier or cheesier.
More cheesy. It would be more cheesy.
We're going to tease it though for next
October
episode.
2nd is when Wonder Woman 84 is coming out, so that'll be neato.
So they are still saying it's going to be this year.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. It's definitely it's slated to come out
in theaters when we still aren't sure if theaters are going to be open.
October. My theater's open right now. I have tickets for Tenet at 2 different times. I'm going to see New Mutants this Saturday. So I'm actually going to have new reviews.
But then they're going to not show Tenet because the theaters will show down and it'll be like reverse in time. See, that's the trick with Tenet. It's not actually a movie. It's a life experience where we move forward and backwards through time while we're waiting for this effing thing to come out.
No, it's going to come out.
You know what's fascinating? Noob Noob's going to have a review of New Mutants, but I'm pretty sure that like IGN and Collider and like a bunch of other ones are not going to have.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're going to have exclusive Noob review. Maybe we'll have to do a special review just for that. Who knows?
New Mutants is going to be horrible, but it's free for me, so why not?
Why not? Go get them, Chief. Yeah. Just like you're going to go see that Tenet.
I am twice.
What's the other? The other news, I guess, would be we have a tease. We're going to have a special bartender episode.
Oh, yes.
You may have followed us as we make some amazing drinks before all our shows, and we share them with you.
Wow, you really did make a drink in like half a second.
Mm-hmm. That's my
What'd you make?
Probably horrible.
What are you drinking there, Z?
I made a kamikaze.
Kamikaze.
Oh, pussy.
I'm enjoying Whiskey Wednesday. Thank you very much. A little Jameson Stout edition. Thank you.
You didn't have to make that, though.
You just poured it.
You just poured it into a glass.
Technically, that's making it. The effort of me pouring it into a glass is making it. Therefore, I made the drink.
That is quite a bit of effort.
For me, it is.
Yeah.
When I stand up once a day, pouring a drink is maximum effort.
I was not provided a beverage, even though I drove all the way over here to be in studio for all.
I don't have
people.
enough alcohol for you, you
Wow.
drunkard.
It's all right. We got Pepsi and we got Jack and Coke from Mr. Torres in the chat.
Oh boy. So yeah, let's move on to some gaming news, and that is Gotham Knights. That was the second major reveal of DC's Fandome, and that
I got
was,
a bone to pick with this one too.
Yeah, well, it looks, well, it doesn't look that cool. It looks all right. It's a co-op game, but it's not like it's like a co-op game that's confusing, because this is an additional piece of information that wasn't announced when we first broke the story, that it's a 4-player co-op with 4 playable characters: Red Hood, Robin, Batwoman, or Batgirl.
No, Batgirl.
Batgirl and Nightwing. But when you play co-op, you can straight up be like 4 Nightwings. Like you
can
don't
just go all Nightwing.
Yeah, you can
all
just
day
be,
and all night.
You don't need to fill out the team, which is kind of stupid.
Will you be able to do a Batwing in this game?
I don't know what a Batwing is.
That's the plane.
That's when you grab your testicles and you yank them out to either
that's
side.
not the Batwing I was talking about.
Yes, that's the Batwing.
No, the original Batwing is from 1989 Batman.
Oh.
Thank you, Scott, for that contribution.
Okay. I mean, I'm trying to help here. I don't know anything about anything we're talking about tonight, so I'm just going to make shit up as you go along.
Okay. Yeah, it's apparently untethered co-op, so you can drop in and drop out of other people's missions and bring your characters that way. If they're playing as Nightwing and you want to hop in and help them, you can be Nightwing too. And it's whatever.
When I watched the teaser for this game, I had a real issue with the fact that all of their weapons are like neon glow sticks. So all of them are fighting with neon glow sticks.
So they're Jedi, is what you're saying.
And even Red Hood's guns were like glowing neon red and seemed to be shooting glowing little buttons.
Yeah, I mean, it looks I like the addition of the Court of Owls in the game. That's kind of cool, but other than that, it's really not that
The Court of Owls with a massive amount of disposable characters for you to beat up.
Yeah,
well,
like the Talon.
We got the chat saying it's going to be lame. I'm questioning why, like, Red Hood. I mean, that's not a character that's been used often.
That's Jason Todd.
What was the one character that showed up in that one Batman movie we saw recently, like Red Hat or something, or
Black Mask? Wait, no.
No, it was like the one that had like 18 Robins in it. Maybe was
Titans?
it was it Batman Ninjago or whatever? It had like 18
Batman
Robins.
Ninja had the guy with the bucket on his head.
Yeah,
Red Robin.
Yeah, had Buckethead.
No, that was the Red Hood.
Oh, that was Red Hood.
I thought it was Red Robin.
I could have been Red Robin. I don't know.
Yum.
Oh boy.
So yeah, there's a lot of Robins.
Yes.
But Red Hood happens to be Jason Todd, the one that the Joker supposedly killed. Oh, in the plot, they give away the plot. Batman is dead, so he has to activate the family.
Spoilers.
The Bat family. It's in the ad for the frickin' the game. It's the first thing they tell you.
Wow.
They're like, he goes, if I'm recording this,
I'm dead.
I'm dead.
I got AIDS. And
I love whenever someone does that. Be like, if you're listening to this right now, I'm dead. What do? Did they record something every single day in case they die the next day? Like, you have to update those things regularly. The recordings, right? In case I'm dead, you're watching this. There has to be updates. So what? Do they record one every day where like, if you're listening to this, I'm dead?
Probably, yeah. I mean, he is Batman. He just does what he wants.
Of course.
Also,
What if he's not dead?
He's probably not dead.
I think that'll be the twist that they'll throw into it.
I don't know what this made up name is. Eindro sounds like a man. I hear Noob wears the same shirt every day and doesn't wash his clothes. Well, I'm poor, so I can't afford a washer or a dryer.
He also
Except for you can afford lame hats.
actually.
Well, these are stolen. And what I have to do is hire indentured servants, probably Mexican, to make me sandwiches, and they make them very poorly and don't finish the job correctly. So that's, honestly, I should hire better workers. Probably not Mexicans anymore. So,
The actual truth behind that is because of this whole pandemic that we're dealing with, Noob hasn't been able to go to his mother's house to take his laundry for her to do it for him. So he has had the same dirty clothes that he's been wearing nonstop for the past 8 months.
I am out of tuna, so if anyone knows how to make tuna and wants to send it to me, I am open and willing.
I mean, this is also the reason that I have not been in studio for that amount of time as well. Z is actually nose blind. He had there was a welding accident. There was a smelting accident years ago that took his sense of smell. So he doesn't smell it, but I do. So therefore, I refuse to go into studio while Noob has not showered.
It was asked, how am I still alive? It is because I am nose blind. I am like Daredevil, but without the super smell.
That's what happens when you do bath salts off of a hooker's ass.
It just happens.
It does.
One day the smell's there. One day it's gone.
So Gotham Knights is made by WB Games Montreal. Which
so that's Canadian.
It is Canadian.
We can expect low levels of violence in this.
Yeah, I mean they've done the offshoot Batman games. They did Arkham Origins,
and every time they punch somebody, they say sorry.
And then they have maple syrup and they just jerk each other off.
Sorry, guy.
And a shout out for tuna sandwiches in the chat. We are all over the place tonight.
Tuna sandwiches are great. Yes, thank you.
Well, if you really enjoy tuna sandwiches, please send one to Noob,
yes.
care of Our Reviews Will Kill You.
Not to be picky, but also lettuce, because I got to top it with something. I just learned that tomatoes, cut it with a serrated blade, because that's safer.
He never knew.
I never cut a tomato before
Never cut
Monday.
a tomato.
So yeah,
he's cut plenty of cheese, but never a tomato.
Stay tuned for our newest feature, OrkU Cooking, starring Noob.
Oh boy, that'll last worse than our drinking segment that you never posted.
Yes, because he'll just cut his fingers off.
Yes. So yeah, Gotham Knight is going to be a game. Comes out in 2021. I probably won't get it. I'm going to get the other game that's announced during this segment that we'll talk about later. But let's move on. So let's move on to some Flash news. And it was a...
Flashy Flash?
Yes. The Flash that chokes women. Ezra Miller. I loved how I was watching. I was jumping in and out of some live streams of people covering this, and they're like, how is this dude still on here? He chokes women. Like, every other person covering it, it's like, oh, there's the woman choker. I'm like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
It seemed like a joke, but I mean, I guess so. Scott, that's not the right picture I sent you. Where's the one with Michael Keaton's Batman in the background? There it is.
Okay.
So that was the only actual image we got of the Flash movie since it's been in perpetual development hell for I don't know how long at this point. 5 years, 6 years?
Oh, it did pick up a new director, Andrew Muschietti?
Yeah,
Andre Muschietti?
Andrew Muschietti.
Muschietti.
So they haven't...
feature...
Andy Muschietti, who's the director of It 1 and 2. Yeah, he directed It.
Was he?
Mm-hmm. What were you going to say, Scott?
Have they started actually filming this thing yet?
Nope.
No. It's in pre-production.
Oh, Christ.
Yeah, but they did apparently come to an agreement with apparently Batfleck and Michael Keaton.
Yes.
To show up in this thing. So who the hell knows what this movie's going to be about? Certainly not Ezra Miller.
Yeah, it's going to have...
If it's part of the Flashpoint Paradox timeline, you have current Batman, that'll be Ben Affleck, and future Batman, that'll be Michael Keaton. Assuming
might be Thomas Wayne.
Assuming how they do that, which could possibly Thomas Wayne if they actually follow the Flashpoint Paradox movie, which would be interesting. Will also probably piss off a lot of people that haven't familiarized themselves with the Flashpoint Paradox.
Why? Why would that piss people off? Because they don't want to see something they've never seen?
Because that's what most of these people get pissed off about, is it didn't follow the comic book close enough or didn't follow the story close enough when they didn't know that there's actual stories out there like that. I'm sure it doesn't matter what they do, people are going to get mad at it.
That's not true, but sure.
Yeah, so basically this is going to, like you said, have Flashpoint, and one of the rumors is that this is going to be a way for Batfleck to reprise his role one last time and then get replaced with the Battinson. So I don't know if that's going to happen or...
Bat Addison. I don't know. The Batman, which we will talk about, seems like it's a different world or like a totally different... It's going to be different. We'll talk about it, but it'll be interesting. And what's the other thing you were going to say about Flashpoint? Another special guest?
For Flashpoint?
Yeah, I thought you said there might be the potential of a crossover.
Oh, that's for the multiverse. So they had a multiverse panel, and that's this picture now, and that's Grant Gustin, the lovable man that plays the Flash on the CW, one of the best networks ever. And if you remember, and
which
watched,
Flash is better? The Flash in your pants? Grant Gustafson or Ezra Miller?
I think they both are average. None of them are really.
Who's the best Flash then?
Probably the animated one.
The animated Flash is the best you're going to go with.
Kid Flash.
Kid
Flash is the best Flash.
From CW. He's the best.
Keontae Lionsdale, who is now an erotic dancer on Netflix.
He's an erotic dancer on Netflix, is the best Flash.
Yes.
You heard it here, folks.
That's quite the flex there. Wait a second.
You didn't know about the erotic. You should just look up the erotic
What was that called?
Flash dancer.
Hip break or something?
It was some dance movie.
Like a Point Break.
He quit
on dancing erotically.
He quit the Flash TV show to join Netflix's like dance academy shows, like where they just dance. There's like a lot of movies and TV shows with him dancing.
I don't actually know how to spell
Apparently,
his name.
Flash 2022.
Oh, it was Keon Lionsdale.
Is going to, that was announced on stage.
Wow.
Is that what you're saying there, Doc?
That man's got some aggressive earrings.
So anyway,
it is called Dance Academy. No, Dance Academy was 2010 to 2013. Are we sure?
No, there was a brand new movie. That's just the random 5 ones that he's been doing recently.
Let me look real quick.
What did he leave Flash for?
Work It.
There you go.
Where he plays Juilliard Pembroke. Wow, that's a name.
And Love Victor. Whatever that is.
He loves Victor. And he's in the episode called Boys Trip, so that's sexual.
He's in one episode
of Boys Trip.
Go him.
Anyway.
And Doc is saying that the release is supposed to be 2022.
Damn.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, 2022.
Still in announced stage of moving, not filming. Yes,
So-
that's what...
Everything that you heard today will be proved to be a lie when everything gets screwed up later on. And Ezra Miller chokes another bitch and gets fired from this project, and they have to start completely over.
I don't know what they would do if he gets into more trouble. I don't know what producers he knows and how well he knows them to get out of the trouble of being captured on film choking a woman and not getting fired. But
never mind.
They probably haven't signed.
connections.
They probably haven't signed some sort of contract where it's like, if you screw this thing up, you owe us like $8 million.
Because he has $8 million. What the
I
hell
don't
has he
think
done?
he was in Perks of the Wallflower. Perks of Being a Wallflower, and that was a good movie, but he probably made $10 for it.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, the point of the multiverse thing is they announced that all of the DC properties technically exist in one massive multiverse, meaning crossovers between the CW and the TV shows can happen with the movies, much like they did in Crisis on Infinite Earths.
So they all exist in Supergirl's vagina.
Yes, they do. Stargirl.
Stargirl? No. Stargirl's too young for that.
And that
Supergirl.
And
No, she's
that is
not.
where they're going to screw up this whole thing completely royally. One good thing that the Avengers did, that Marvel did, was they kept the movies separate from everything else. The TV show,
There
like
was nothing else.
the TV show, like S.H.I.E.L.D., had mentions of stuff that was going on in the movies.
There was crossovers.
but there was nothing. But there was nothing in the movies that happened in the TV universe or the Disney universe or wherever the other Disney or Marvel TV shows were. So
Netflix?
So yeah, Netflix. That's it. So they kept the movies within themselves and didn't screw things up by doing that. Now with DC, they're going to say that we're going to cross over and multiverse and everything else is going to screw things up even more than it already is because they've done everything wrong so far. It's only going to keep getting worse.
I don't know. I think this is the opportunity for DC to overtake Marvel. I think there's a good possibility there. The Snyderverse has a real good shot at moving forward and bringing a lot of attention there. The new Suicide Squad movie looks amazing. And in the meantime, Marvel's just kind of floating out there like, hey, we've got the Eternals if you want to watch some...
Black Widow, who's dead.
Yeah, there's a dead character.
She did.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
Nobody's excited about Captain Marvel 2. They're like, yeah, that's
They're
a
going
thing.
to fire Brie Larson first.
Well,
Yes,
and
so
that's
she
what it
continues.
is. And do we think that the Marvel universe is also dead because now all they have left is going to like young Marvels and the future Marvel Avengers and all that stuff? I don't see them getting any better than what they've done.
I think Kevin Feige is extraordinarily savvy around this, and he'll come back swinging. Sometimes, after you have the pinnacle of 22 movies, you need to take a little rest and let people build the excitement back up. DC's had nothing but disappointment, but now their future looks a lot brighter. Aquaman did $1 billion. Wonder Woman looks like Garbaggio. But
Noob, there's hope for you yet. Seeing as how so far you've been nothing but disappointment
Oh, boy.
in bed, there's still chance that you could actually someday properly satisfy a woman.
Hey, that's...
well, maybe Bridget A will send you that sandwich.
Yes.
But not the one you want, just the one that she feels like making.
Hey, as long as it's creamy, I'll put it in my mouth.
And then, you just deal with whatever she gives you.
And if it's really bad, I'll just join the Suicide Squad and hopefully be... Who was the guy that died in like the first 10 seconds of the shitty movie?
Slipknot,
yes.
Yes.
I'll just
so
Slipknot
you'll be
myself.
like Slipknot.
Yeah.
You'll just climb
Wait,
up a wall
wasn't
and
that
have
the
your head
jumper?
explode.
He was the jumper, although I don't know what his power was. He had like a little fucking umbilical cord that he shot out.
No, I actually
Not all the Suicide Squad has powers, by the way.
No,
They're just
I
super
actually
villains.
think the guy was called Jumper. I think that was like his superpower was
No,
like
it was not
he was
Jumper.
able to jump.
No,
that
his
movie
name
was better than the
Slipknot.
Suicide Squad. Jumper.
So we're talking about Suicide Squad, the movie or the video game?
No, the movie.
We're talking about the movie?
Which is the poster that is on our YouTube channel currently with
So-
8 million characters in it.
Yes, James Gunn directed. He has a cast of, oh my God, so many. I can't even name them all. I think there's a guy named Jav. There we go. Look at that. Those are all the actors. That's a crazy list of actors.
Well, but also look at some of these names: John Cena, Peter Capaldi, Sean Gunn, Taika Waititi.
Taika Waititi's in it? I didn't even know that.
Idris Elba's in there. Michael Rooker, Pete Davidson, and Butthole Eyes. Jai
Here,
Courtney,
hold on. Noob will read off who they play.
Nathan Filan. Who's Nathan Filan playing?
He
we'll
plays
read-
TDK. I don't know what that stands for, but...
So just go through the list.
So Viola Davis is Amanda Waller.
She's
She returns.
reprising her role.
Joel Kinnaman reprises Rick Flag. Margot Robbie, Harley Quinn, Jai Courtney, Captain Boomerang.
So that's
Idris
the old
Elba.
cast.
Idris Elba is new for Bloodsport. He looks kind of awesome. David Dastmalchian, who is in like every DC thing ever made, is Polka Dot Man. John Cena looks ridiculous as Peacemaker.
He's supposed to be a screwed up Captain America who just will kill for peace. Keep going.
Michael Rooker looks kind of cool as Savant. Flula Borge, I don't know
This
who
is
the
so
hell
with
that
the dead
is.
guy. This guy's gonna die early. Is Javelin?
Daniela Melchior is Ratcatcher 2. What?
Yep. Better than the Ratcatcher 1.
Peter Capaldi is the Thinker, who is a villain as season 5 of The Flash. So I don't know how that's going to be. Peter Capaldi is pretty cool. He was Doctor Who, in case people didn't know.
For quite a long time. I like having the chat going because we actually have automatic fact checkers as we're going, and Doc's calling you out saying this is also still in the announced stage of the movie, not filming.
No, he meant The
was talking about
Flash.
The
He's not
Flash.
talking about...
Oh, well.
Suicide Squad is already almost done principal filming.
Oh,
Several of
okay.
the actors are wrapped.
Yeah.
Well, I hope the Flash never films.
Oh my god, this is perfect. Mei Ling NG plays Mongol. There's going to be too many of her in there.
There's going to be too many her. We're going to have to take her out.
Pete Davidson is Blackguard. That sounds racist for a white guy to play.
He also has butthole eyes.
Yeah,
really
that
does.
wouldn't that be
And they're
that?
black.
That would be his superpower. Is like butthole eyes. You look into
You
my
stare
eyes
into the abyss.
and
He
you
has
see
a black
butthole.
eye. Alice Braga plays Solsaria. There we go. Nathan Fillion plays TDK.
Don't know what that character
There's no
is.
character named in the DC comics. So basically, Nathan Fillion is besties with James Gunn. So he just was like, fuck it, I'll make a role for you. You can do it. There's nothing attached to him. Fans think that this is merely a new version of Arms Fall Off Boy.
Arms fall off, boy. That would be... Only James Gunn will be able to pull this off and make it make sense. Like, he's going to just make it... It's just going to be so bizarre and so much fun and so much death. We'll see if it's rated R. There's a chance.
I am butthole eyes.
And the rumor is he's going to be a version of Arms Fall Off Boy, and TDK stands for the detachable kid, meaning he can just detach his arms.
That's gross.
So
and
that's
who else?
And then his brother, because he cast his brother and everything, is the Weasel, Sean Gunn. King Shark as himself. That's awesome.
I love the new King Shark, by the way. People are on Twitter not happy because they're saying he's a fatty, but I think he looks awesome.
Oh, that's right. Maybe Taika Waititi, because they didn't announce who his role is, so maybe he plays King Shark.
Oh, that would be so weird, but sure.
Australian King Shark. He is Australian, right?
He is, I think he's from New Zealand, actually.
Polynesian.
Polynesian.
So-
Is he the Rock's brother?
So who's this standing next to Harley Quinn and King Shark?
That's Deadshot.
Yeah.
That's for the video game.
That's the game.
Oh.
Doc is saying the Suicide Squad is in post-production and released in 2021.
Oh,
so,
and
yes.
this is King Shark from the Flash, CW.
Yeah.
Yep, I was. My point was showing all the different sharks and who's the best shark.
Oh.
The best shark is either the animated one, who's Ron Funches, plays the voice character, and the one in Harley Quinn, that's there. But he reminds me of the new one, so that's why I like the new one. As a live-action character, he looks pretty cool.
This one's pretty adorable.
Ron Funches is so funny as King Shark. It's pretty great.
This is an amazing King Shark, a.k.a. Shark Boy, according to Doc. So we do not have an image of King Shark from the Suicide Squad yet, then?
We did, which I used for our Instagram post, and you called him fat and then refused to use the image.
Oh.
That's what happened there. You're like, that guy's fat. And then you refused to use the image.
So do I just
I
not
lay that
have it?
squarely on your shoulders.
So I might just not have that.
Well, we can move on to the game because the game also has is that where we're going next?
Sure, we'll go game. Why not?
Are we going game, Scott?
Let's go game. Because you already brought up the image. You ruined it.
No.
Nope, we're going to go.
We're going to get
Whatever Scott decides.
Wherever Scott goes, we'll go. We're versatile here.
Yes. Scott is going to bring up an old shark picture.
Oh my God,
So
that's
we-
not right.
We've been there, so that's fine. We're past this point.
We're past this guy, and we're
should
going to
we,
find...
should we check in on
about that guy?
live stream
That's
section?
the game?
Yeah, while we're waiting, why don't we get live stream septed? And let's just see.
And I swear to God, if those guys haven't mentioned us once, because we're doing our live stream, so I can't really tell if they're mentioning us.
Why don't you just go into their live stream
We're
and
into the
go
live
torture
stream.
I could
them?
be wrong in that.
They're
but
talking
I
about
know
Frankenweenie.
he made a short film of this first, and it was stop motion as well.
Oh, okay.
Was it a stop motion? No, actually, think it
I
was
don't
live
care
action.
about this
Sorry,
at all.
Take it back. Black and white.
Yeah.
Live action.
No. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think I do remember that. I think Frankenweenie
You are
came out
right,
before Nightmare
Kenny.
Before Christmas, right?
So right.
God.
Yes.
Why
Yes.
aren't they
It-
doing it shirtless?
It was. I think he got his start with that, and then
That-
Why
You know
do
Tom has a
they
group.
have a phone line? Why don't we have a phone line?
We
did
tried a
have a
phone
phone
line,
line.
but their audio is so poor.
Oh, wow!
Zing!
Oh, boy.
You just got zinged.
You just got
they're
Z'd.
awesome. Anyone who's not subscribed to them should go subscribe. Kenny has one of our first guest spots on our podcast, like from 4 years ago or 3 years ago. And he basically abducted that poor man that was on top named Alex and forced him to do a podcast
Doc-
after he was on ours.
Doc just
Yes,
called
after
us
we
out.
gave him a shot.
Yeah, Doc called us out, says we need new management, which I actually probably have to agree with him, considering that only poor management would let Noob remain for as long as he has.
Doc, why don't you focus on not sucking at Madden, and then we'll talk.
There's going to be a gauntlet throwdown at some point.
So which one are we going to now, Scott?
Yeah,
Are we going to
Scott.
the games?
Go ahead to the Suicide Squad video game.
So this actually, I think, looks better. Well, we haven't seen any actual footage of
Yeah, we
James
saw no
Gunn's
gameplay
Suicide.
footage. We've only seen the cutscenes, and the initial cutscene is
Awesome.
what the first Suicide Squad movie could have been. Like, it's awesome. I found Harley's face to be a little off-putting. I don't know why.
There is a picture that will be brought up at some
There
point.
we go.
Was it-
No,
is that
no,
one?
yes.
There we go.
That's
oh,
Harley's
I would
face.
simp her.
You
Is that-
already have
This
simped her.
is the Harley Quinn from the video game.
Yes,
She's cute.
she's totally different. You know, it's a different take. She sounds a little different. Her face is a little fatter, but I will say that the graphics on this cutscene are just phenomenal. Basically, they show off all their kind of like unique skills and powers. Although King Shark, instead of biting people's heads off, is using a chain gun or some sort of heavy duty gun.
A Gatling gun.
Captain Boomerang is bouncing around with his boomerangs or
So
something.
that was actually gameplay, though. That's not cutscene. The cutscene
it didn't
was
look like gameplay.
No, that's gameplay. Where you see Captain Boomerang uses his boomerang somehow to like zip around as like a travel device.
Okay, so
It was a little bit of gameplay.
And we're just going to call it. We're not showing any gameplay because apparently DC's been really bad about kicking people who's been showing their stuff, even though it's just advertisement. So we're not even taking a chance. You're getting only stills because they're going to be assholes about it.
Yeah, we're not trying to get sued.
are you on Wi-Fi, Scott, by the way?
I am
You're 100% on Wi-Fi?
100% on Wi-Fi.
All right, just making sure, because feed's running slow,
Are you
it
lacking?
looks like.
Oh boy.
I think our feed health is a little weak.
Oh boy. So anyway, the cutscene for this was probably one of the best I've seen for a game.
That's
And-
just in your house. Everything on my side is good. That's your phone.
yeah, probably.
Sure.
And
Both our phones.
if the title didn't give it away, the main point of this game is to kill the Justice League because that's the name of the game.
Yes. Suicide Squad, kill the Justice League.
The cutscene though doesn't really have them know because that's kind of the best part is they're talking about like what this mission is and what the hell are we doing. And then Superman comes in and they're like, "Oh my god, it's Supes, that's so cool and fun." Then he grabs
Oh my God, it's Superman!
he grabs a soldier and just fucking destroys him and just burns him into
Uses
pieces.
his eye blasts and
And
decimates
then
him.
King Shark is just like, "I think that's who we're trying to kill." And then it just cuts the gameplay because they're obviously going to get murdered.
Yes, they're all going to die. And then game over.
Yes. But in case you needed any more faith, this is a Rocksteady game, which is Rockstar's baby brother, which is not true at all. But they did make all of the Arkham games. The Arkham series, Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, Arkham Knight.
So all the ones that people seem to love, and they're going for this one.
Yup. And then the one that Gotham Knights made, their developer, they made the shitty one, Batman Arkham Origins. So
And we are actually hearing from the chat. Burn Doritos is having a issue with his connection in the Waffle House. He keeps freezing on him. So we will change some settings for the next show on Friday to see if we can alleviate that. But keep with the feedback because that's what lets me know that we're coming to you with a clean and good signal. So
or lets everyone know how bad Scott is at his job as producer.
only so much I can do when settings change in YouTube and we have to adjust everything from scratch. But
I don't know.
this is
Our
how it
Liveception
is.
buddies.
This is how it is.
I don't know, Level of Geek, are they beating us now?
Yeah, no,
They are officially beating us.
They
Mercilessly.
But this game is from Rocksteady. Looks fantastic. It's not coming out this year, which is sad. I believe it's coming out in 2022.
That is kind of sad.
It's very sad. But it's co-op game, much like Arkham Knight, so you can play all of the Suicide Squads. It's actually a continuation from Arkham Knight. So it's in that same universe from Rocksteady that they created with Batman. And that's going to be kind of cool. I think they're going to have some Easter eggs. And I think they're going to explain the ending of Arkham Knight, which I honestly don't even remember. It came out like 4 years ago. And
We do have a question in the chat. Is this going to be a PS5 release?
Yes, most definitely going to be a PS5 release. I don't think it's an exclusive, but it will be PS5.
Well, there's one reason to get a PS5, which
Yes.
we have debated
Which
lightly.
news? I don't know if was it Doc that tried to break our PS5 pricing news. Apparently, there is a rumor going around that September 9th PS5 pre-orders will go live. So we'll see.
We shall see.
Yeah.
It shall be the debate between Noob and Doc.
Where are we going next,
Where's
Scott?
the
Since
beef?
you're just choosing all willy-nilly.
Your call.
Justice League? Snyder Cut? The good version?
The only version.
There we go. There's that Snyderlicious. So they released the Snyder Cut trailer, a full-length trailer for DC Fandome, and it was awesome. And basically showed how much Zack Snyder footage...
It's so different, and how much was just left on the... I mean, every scene was...
Not every scene. I think they used the cool Jason Momoa shirtless going into the water scene.
No, that's actually the one from the... That's an extended version of the same scene where where he tries to recruit him. It's a little bit different. and it's added footage because if you remember, this is from a long time ago, but there was an original trailer that had Icky Thump to it, which is the White Stripes song. And and they also gave you like a 10-minute or like 5-minute preview of the movie. And that was 100% like bastardized by Joss Whedon. So it went from having like this awesome, amazing trailer to turning into this piece of garbage movie.
Yes, because Joss Whedon sucks.
Oh, we finally got him to admit it.
Finally, he said it.
He just admitted it.
He finally said it. Oh,
He finally said
and we
Justice League
have
is a
it-
piece of garbage.
and we have it
We've been
recorded.
trying to bait you into that.
And we
for
have it-
so long.
No, hold on, no.
This
no,
took
it's-
so
We've
long.
been baiting.
Let me finish. It's a piece of garbage compared to the Snyder Cut. That's
Flawless victory.
given the circumstance. It was a fine.
How many years have we been baiting him into saying that was a
It
crap
was an
movie?
adequate movie.
It's just because he's in complete and absolute denial, much like his drinking problem. He's
Oh
in
my
complete denial for this. He's also in denial that Justice League, the Whedon cut, is an absolute piece of garbage. Also in the chat, we have Bridget A saying that the PS5 looks amazing. She's going to have to get it. Bridget, I'm sorry, they don't have World of Warcraft on PS5.
World of Warcraft sucks.
No, it doesn't. It's amazing.
It does. Sucks.
Shut your mouth.
StarCraft sucks. Every PC game sucks, especially whatever that one fat balding guy plays.
And that is interesting. Mark D is saying that why can't they do the same thing for Episode 9 and have like a full J.J. Abrams cut? I would not be opposed to that because that movie was rushed as hell. Like it just seems like they shot it out like a big piece of shit cannon.
You want more J.J. Abrams MacGuffins, is what you're saying?
The MacGuffins might make more sense if the movie wasn't chopped down to a little tiny piece of
The other
piece of
question
crap.
is, if Star Wars wasn't filmed like this Justice League was, then there is no director's cut or special cut or anything.
No,
like
there
that.
is. There is 100% a J.J. Abrams cut. He said there was. There's also 6 different
I
endings
was going
that
to say,
were
there's
cut
like
too.
18 million different Star Wars.
They screen tested, according to a bunch of sources, including DVD Overlord, that there were 6 actual screened cuts that were screened for different audiences before they decided on one. Anyway, the Snyder cut I am extremely excited for. I think it's a win for fans. I hope it's good. I think it's gonna be better than what we got. It has to be better than what we got. We get Black Suit Superman.
Yes.
Super exciting. We get a Dark Side. Looks pretty dope.
Dark Side
looks
looks pretty dope. It's what?
That's the Candyman.
I still have to adjust this Dark Side, but I'm only familiar with cartoon Dark Side. So
well, this Dark Side looks
but
pretty fucking ripped.
But I'm trusting this Dark Side considering that this is also his Steppenwolf. Which
I agree. This Steppenwolf
difference.
looks much more intimidating and much cooler. Where like the scales of his armor are actually built into his scales. Like I just think he looks cooler.
and a giant codpiece.
Enormous. Well, he's got to cover up that enormous junk that he's got. And
That axe isn't the only thing that he's swinging.
clearly, they also have a much longer character development for the Flash and for Cyborg. So instead of just showing up and brooding and doing nothing, Cyborg will actually have a story. And clearly, it'll have a connection back to the Mother Box in a different way. It's not just a MacGuffin that they're chasing. I just think this story is going to be substantially better. I think it was so dark and oppressive, the original cut, that it scared the studio people, especially when they got bad feedback from Batman v Superman, which I still think is a brilliant movie.
it is.
In fact, what I did hear too from the Snyder Cut is that it's going to feature a scene it's going to have a flashback scene, just like Batman versus Superman had a different perspective on the invasion or the Zod versus Superman fight from Man of Steel. It's going to have a similar scene to that. So I'm excited for that because I think that's one of the greatest things I've seen in like superhero cinematic history, right? If you're just kind of looking at the Superman thing.
And we have
for
heard,
superheroes.
and I heard that this is actually going to be a 4-part thing on HBO Max.
4 hours.
It is, yeah.
Oh,
and then
you know what?
the rumor.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
Although I just thought about this now. they're trying to trick people into subscribing as opposed to the movie coming out and being like, okay, I'll do my week-long free subscription, so I'm going to wait until it's all out and then binge it in 4 hours.
Well, it's a shame because we're going to spoil every single episode and dissect the crap out of it on the
so
show.
horribly. We're going to ruin it
we're going
for
hard.
everybody.
Anyway, I think that Bruce Wayne scene where he's trying to rescue people from the burning debris of Metropolis is just one of those scenes that really evokes a lot of really cool stuff and a lot of cool themes and shows, the collateral damage that these superheroes create versus Joss Whedon, which stuck a Russian family in peril and purple tentacles that looked dumb.
He hired Ivan Ooze to
It
be
was
that guy.
Justice League hentai. I mean, it was just absolutely ridiculous. Noob, can you two explain to us what a console peasant is?
I don't really know, but that's a comment from Anthony Carr, and I don't know if that's just me, but he sounds like a 9-inch penis. So
he has a huge penis.
He's got a huge penis, but he doesn't give up the booty, from what I've heard on his Wikipedia page. He wears the loosest shorts and likes to fall asleep covered by men in a basement. But
what?
He just does not spread his legs enough to really give it up.
Saturday night to me. That sounds fantastic.
It is a Saturday. Oh my god, that's weird. They do come over Saturday nights from his Wikipedia page.
They come over Noob's house from a Wikipedia page?
No. On his Wikipedia page, I heard that he goes over men's basements Saturday nights.
Just random men.
To watch sweaty fights and sleep.
Okay, well, that's one way of doing things.
Yeah. But the other rumor about the Snyder Cut is that if this does really well for HBO Max, they may give Zack Snyder the green light to do Justice League 2 and or possibly Man of Steel 2, which both I would love.
We were also debating this as well. Henry Cavill, one of the hottest properties in Hollywood right now. Would you not sign that man up for like a fucking 5 to 10 movie deal right now?
Do you want Superman in a wheelchair? I'm going to Google how old he is.
You have to hold on to him, and you know 34. What? And let him grow a mustache and beard if he wants to. It's fine. I'm okay with a bearded Superman. It's actually...
he's only 37.
I think Superman would be better with a beard. I'm sorry. That's just how I think.
He grows a fabulous mustache.
Oh
I mean,
yes,
he showed he could
mustache.
do that. I mean, ever since his star really... I mean, obviously, he was a star from Man of Steel, and he was a star from Justice League and Batman versus Superman. But Fallout really put him on the map, and then he's the star of Netflix's The Witcher, which is just off the charts popular. I mean, the guy is as popular as he's ever going to be.
He also plays Sherlock Holmes, if you didn't realize that.
Oh, there is a new movie. We can review that if we would like.
It's not out yet, but it's Enola Holmes. It's the new movie called Enola Holmes, which is Sherlock Holmes' sister.
Yes, he will be playing Sherlock in that. It'll be kind of like teen detective. I don't know what's going on there. But anyway... I mean, I just think the guy he's one of my favorite Superman. He just does a different portrayal. And I think they should hang on to this guy. He's a good actor.
I am getting many invites in the chat to come over for some candy. Address, please, and what candies. I take Snickers, Twix, Twinkies, Gobstoppers, M&M's, Jawbreakers, Laffy Taffies.
Got some popsicles in my pocket.
It's actually
baby bottle pops.
I suggest the Jawbreakers because that's what's going to loosen up Noob's jaw. So you're going to have a lovely evening right there.
Really well.
Bridget A is asking if it's going to be on Netflix. Are you asking about Justice
Holmes,
League?
yes,
because
it is.
Enola Holmes is going to be on Netflix. Okay.
It is, yeah.
It stars the girl from Stranger Things. What's her name again?
She was in Godzilla.
Godzilla, yes, she was.
What the hell is her? Millie Bobby Brown.
Yeah, Millie Bobby Brown.
Yeah, comes out September 23rd on Netflix, in case anyone was wondering. But yeah, Henry Cavill is awesome. And
say there. She like to share popsicle?
Pervy the Pooh definitely likes him too.
No, this is Herbert.
Oh, it's Herbert.
Say there, say there, fella. Would you like to reach into my pocket?
Okay. So what?
Scott cuts off my impression.
What picture are you doing next?
Let's just do this.
So sweet.
Ooh, Shazam.
Shazam.
Yeah, so this really wasn't much, so this will be a quick one.
There's several young boys.
Okay. So Shazam.
So sweet.
Right. Is it really getting hard as he's talking?
Say there. Let's go.
Good news.
You're gonna finger my butthole?
Oh my god. I can't
So
even.
tell me about the
I can't focus.
Say
Right now.
it.
You can't
I'd love
catch
to
me,
know
gay
about
thoughts.
No,
Shazam.
they're catching Herbert. So Shazam,
Oh!
Fury of the Gods.
We just
got
had
announced.
the chat just said tuna flavored candy. I just threw up a little in my mouth.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh boy.
Oh god.
So tell me about Shazam.
So Shazam 2 got announced, the title, because we knew it was happening. So Shazam, Fury
sweet.
of the Gods.
How
set
about Fury of
for
the Young
a
Boys?
November 4th, 2022 release.
Say that.
Same director, David F. Sandberg. And there's really not much known for this movie. There might be a Henry Cavill appearance because he would have been in the very last scene of the first Shazam, but they were like
I
sort
did
of-
actually hear a rumor about that was in fact Henry Cavill, but they weren't allowed to get the rights to his face. So he showed up in costume on set, but they just cut it so that he wouldn't get in trouble for it because he actually did show up.
that
It's pretty dope. Right?
that's just a real tease.
Isn't that so cool though that the guy would do that?
It
It's
also-
just that cool.
it also would be appropriate because that is like the introduction of Shazam into the Justice League universe. Is he meets Superman first, and then Black Adam and Magic and blah 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 blah. So if you're gonna do
like big muscly men.
yeah. So if you're gonna do a Shazam and Black Adam movie, I would expect Superman to be involved as well.
Black
Black Adam
can
movie
touch
is
my
separate.
booty. So it's so separate.
Yeah.
Yes, Black Adam is a totally separate movie that they also had a teaser for. They have not started production on that as far as I know, but it is like that's The Rock's next movie. I guess Rock had like 18 movies to finish before he could get to
Yeah,
Black Adam, so
Fast
they
and
did like an
Furious.
animated voiceover tease for Black Adam, which I thought was at first I wasn't real keen on it, but by the end he says like basically they asked for a hero and he went to the extremes that he felt were needed to accomplish what he needed to, and they imprisoned him for it, and then he goes, they're never going to do that to me ever again, or something like that.
Finish him.
And I think The Rock as a superhero would be kinda
Anti-hero.
cool.
He's not a superhero. He's a villain.
Would
Black
this be-
Adam's a villain.
Would
Is
this be?
he
Would this
a
be the?
villain?
He was teased in Shazam.
Would this be the first villain that The Rock plays?
Ah, that's a good question. I don't know.
Anti-hero, though. Anti-hero.
No, the Black
a little bit. He
Black Adam was pretty much a villain from the very start. He was given the power because the wizard thought that he was going to, fill the role, but the power went to his head right away, and he became homicidal and was immediately rejected and sent to the other side of the universe.
say there, that wizard sure sounds sexy.
Okay. It's really hard to focus while I'm just thinking about Herbert giving me candy. But yeah, it was a little weird when he did the whole animated thing. But it was
They
kinda
don't have any
cool.
footage. That's why.
No, obviously. But I would have liked to seen at least like a still of him in the costume.
And I really enjoyed Shazam. I think that's a really fun movie. I thought it was a little teeny bit on the dark side with like the weird, super gross monster things that like literally bit people's heads off. But other than that, and we reviewed that. So if you want to check out our review of Shazam, you can go back in the archives, go digging through the crates, and we talk all about Shazam. But the next one really got my rocks off.
The Batman.
The Batman.
If anyone was ever questioning whether this was going to be a good movie, that's pretty much over now because this is going to be amazing. There was how long was the trailer? It was like a 2-minute trailer. It was the coolest take on Batman I
Well,
might have
It's
seen.
not the cool look. I think it's
Before-
a very
Before we
unique,
get too
intriguing
far,
take.
hold there 1 second. We got Alex in the chat saying, and the other guys, The Rock was a villain.
Not necessarily. They were just like the cool guys who, that's the point. Is there were the good guys, and then, Marky Mark and Will Ferrell played like the other guys
Yeah,
because
so
they're not
I-
as cool
I
as
don't
Samuel L.
think they were-
Jackson and The
I don't
Rock.
think they were the villains. They also just jumped off a roof, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
There was a major chase scene, and then they get to the top of the roof. They're like, "You think what I'm thinking, partner?" Then they both jump.
Yeah, so
Into the
I-
sand.
Doc
yeah.
is saying that Rock is filming Red Notice. Rock needs to film Shazam. He's a co-executive producer of Shazam, so it's going to get
You mean
done.
Black Adam.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Well, he might be in Shazam too, for all we know.
And we
Yeah,
got
There could be an appearance,
And we
but
got-
either way, yeah, Black Adam. He's got to film that next.
Bridget saying she hasn't seen Shazam yet. Bridget, I suggest you do go see Shazam. It is just a fun
if
movie.
you like the young boys.
It's just a fun movie.
It is a fun movie. But let's go to the biggest
Batman.
news of the night, which I think was the Batman. Scott, did you see the trailer for this?
I have seen the trailer for this.
Oh,
I saw it.
so
I saw it on my phone on a really small screen where it was really dark and it was tough to see exactly what was going on. So I know as much before as I do now. Nothing.
Well, there's a lot of stuff to break down in this, and there's been a lot of people dissecting it. In fact, they already solved. There's a point where the Riddler, they have a card from the Riddler, and they already solved the puzzle that the Riddler put into the puzzle there, or into the card. This looks like, in my estimation, a mix between Seven and they slapped Batman on there. The Riddler seems like he's a homicidal killer who kills the mayor of Gotham. He tapes him up and murders him because he's a liar and he's a corrupt villain. What's interesting, I guess Noob said something about, like, this is Batman year 2. So he works with the police. He knows Jim Gordon. He's familiar, like he's an asset to the police. He's not gone on to the other side where they're chasing him. So that's further down the pipe. But they're going to have a series on, what, HBO?
Yeah, HBO Max, Gotham PD.
Where it's going to be about the corruption of Gotham, and that'll be year 1. And essentially, that show is going to be, I don't know, how would you say it? Like, they're reusing the props and the set, so I think they're very afraid of this movie as to whether or not it'll make money. The teaser trailer that Matt Reeves put out is right up there with the Joker one. Like, this looks pretty freaking great.
For only 25% of the movie being shot so
Yeah,
far.
they said that it's not finished. Nothing's complete. Nothing's totally done. I will say there are some complaints out there, and I may agree with them, that
What?
Robert Pattinson looks like a sissy boy as far as Bruce Wayne goes.
Did you see him beat
His
the ever-living
foppish hair.
shit?
No, he looks great as Batman. He looks like a thin Batman. And what I like about it is when he's beating that guy, he's literally, he punches through him to knock his guy down.
Yeah.
And then, like, the other villain who looks like a proto-Joker gang literally looks like he's, like, crying and tearing up because he's so scared.
Yeah, no, he is shitting his pants as his friend is getting beaten into gravel.
And Batman says, I am vengeance, which is actually a nod to Batman, I think the animated series, where he says, I am the knight, I am vengeance, I am Batman.
Yeah.
So the card, I think, says they're looking at a clue from the crime scene. And it says,
Having a clue.
What does a liar say when he's dead?
And
Haven't got a
apparently,
clue.
it's already been solved by people
Yeah, I
online.
said that.
Oh,
Way to listen, Scott.
well, because I was pulling the image up. So
Yes, having a clue. Let's play a game, just me and you. Yes, some very clever code breakers already broke the code. It's nothing. It's no revelation. It's an old joke. What does a liar do when he's dead?
He eats penis.
Yeah.
No, he
eats
lies
penis.
still.
Yeah, he lies still.
But I don't understand.
Because he's dead. He's lies still.
Yeah, but how is that answering anything? What is
Because
that?
he's still a liar. And he's lying
Well,
still.
I guess you're gonna have to watch the movie to find out what it's answering. Then, noob.
Yeah, but if he's dead, what is he lying about? Because he's dead.
He's
so how
still
can
a
he-
liar even if he's dead.
Yeah, but he's not actively a liar anymore because
He's
dead.
now a deceased liar. He is
Yes.
post alive.
This doesn't
He is
make any
post
sense.
living, but still a liar. Post breathing, still lied. Lied in the past tense, as is his life, which is also past tense. He is dead, deceased, no more, exist, ex-parrot. He is no longer.
So I think the Riddler looks awesome as a serial killer. I think it'll be fascinating that the Batman will have to figure out how it's all connected and how to stop the Joker. The other thing that's not Joker, I'm sorry, Riddler, but they are talking about the Penguin, where Colin Farrell is
Looks
100% unrecognizable as the Penguin. People saw a still of him and they were like, "Is
He's
that even?"
proto-Penguin.
Is that even possible that that's the Penguin? Well, I guess the Penguin's just going to be a politician who's trying to run for mayor, which is what he usually does.
So that's the other thing.
He sent the Riddler. Way to spoil the movie.
No,
Thanks,
I'm just saying that it doesn't seem like the Riddler. The way the trailer plays,
he's not acting alone.
You think the Riddler is going to be the main villain. I'm not so sure that's going to be true. I think he might be trying to fuck with Batman and lead him to see if he's worthy of finding out who the real villain is. Like, he might be somewhat trying to aid Batman and also testing him.
As he kills people. What do you think of the costume?
I don't honestly know what that costume is.
It's a little weird. I'm not the biggest fan. It looks like a mix between Christian Bale's like body armor, but it doesn't look as authentic as like one of the suits.
Batfleck suit
showing the Riddler there with
his. Also, remember the Riddler suit was originally something that'd be used for guiding traffic in the middle of the evening.
This will be the most unique take of the Riddler we've ever seen, which I think is very creative, or at least very. It's a bold step for Matt Reeves. I think Matt Reeves is a pretty good director. He did Cloverfield. He also did.
Matt Reeves did Cloverfield?
Yeah, he also did the two of the Planet of the Apes movies, which were pretty good. He's pretty good with CGI, although I don't think this will need that much CGI. And he's good at working with high caliber actors like Andy Serkis. So I think Pattinson seems pretty good to me. I'm down.
Also, I just need to go to the chat really quick. I've been called out as one of the people that would talk in the movie theaters. No, I fucking hate those people. I hope they get rectal cancer.
Funny enough, this is from a person who also said, remind me not to go with him when this comes out. Funny enough, we actually have been running this contest to go see the new Batman with Noob in theaters when it's released, and our winner is Bridget A.
Oh my God, bring the tuna and we can just eat it together. That way, if we bring food, we don't need to wear the masks. So
this was a secret
giveaway
that
to
no
try
one
to
knew
find
about.
My next kidnapped bride.
There it is. So Noob, he will bring the popcorn. Bridget, you bring the tuna. That sounds sexual.
That sounds like a perfect date. Popcorn and tuna and Batman.
And
that sounds dirty.
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
I feel like I had another thought.
You were trying to see what else Matt Reeves directed.
Oh no, that wasn't it. He did Cloverfield, like you said.
Oh,
War
Lord.
of the Planet of the Apes, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Let Me In. He was
Let Me In's a great movie. It's actually a remake of a Scandinavian vampire movie. He did a great job with that.
He's only directed 13 movies. Oh, really? Nothing. So Cloverfield, Let Me In, and then the Planet of the Apes movies, and then Batman.
Look at Let Me In, though. I think that has Chloe. What's her name? That girl's pretty decent.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Not Savenghi, but Chloe Grace Moretz.
Oh yeah, Richard Jenkins. He's a pretty good actor.
I thought it was a great movie.
Yeah, I've never seen it, so
it's pretty good. It's a really original, unique take on a vampire movie. So anyway, Matt Reeves. I can trust him based on what I've seen so far. So keep it going, buddy. Finish that movie. Let's see it. Based on what I saw, though, I'm impressed.
Yeah, it comes out in 2021, so they best get to filming and finish that shit.
Yeah, let's get back on it.
So far, fingers crossed, 2021 is going to be a much better year. We've got so much more fun stuff coming out, theaters and movies and games, and hopefully
we can get back to normies.
We can get back to our lives as we enjoy.
Wasn't there some point you wanted me to make about something about hypocrisy or
the multiverse? No. Hypocrisy.
No, what were you gonna? What's the next thing you wanted to talk about there, Scott? There's some
idiocracy.
Big point that Noob wanted me to make, and he's like, "Remember to tell people that."
No, I don't really.
Yeah, you were like, what was it? Something about...
Wasn't the New 52 thing? No?
Oh, yeah, it has something to do with the New 52.
That was the multiverse thing and how it collapsed on itself and...
Yeah, I don't know.
I forget.
I forget.
Yeah.
That was a conversation for another day.
It's what he probably wants you to mention was the Flyers won again today, continuing on with their playoff push, and they'll be playing again tomorrow. So
you're making it lag again, Scott.
Yeah, your Flyer talk is making our feed lag. So.
Go orange and black. Yeah, that was out there before I started talking Flyers, but yeah.
It wasn't lagging, and then it lagged.
Well, like I said, this is still going to be a learning process as the settings change. We're trying to make this... The settings now mean that you get to talk to us much faster. So as you type and hit enter, we see the comment right away. Before there was a 30-second delay, and I didn't like that. I like hearing from you live as quick as possible. Remember to tell people the WoW expansion comes out later this year, probably,
What's the new
perhaps,
WoW expansion?
maybe. I don't know. I guess someone knows more about WoW than you do, Z. There was also
I'm an old school WoW player. I played from original all the way to from vanilla up until, oh my gosh, you're gonna date me here. What was the
Panlandia?
Yeah, basically until the Pandorians, and once the pandas came, I
can
panned it out.
tell you how much fun that house was, being the only non-WoW player in a house filled with WoW players. Worst band I was ever in.
Best band you were ever in.
So all right. So we don't have any WoW players, but if you want to do a WoW expansion pack review, we suggest that you
Women of
do,
Wrestling.
and we will let you do it for us. Tom Borsnella, fuck you.
What did he say?
I think you know what he said.
Oh, I don't think he said. Did he say anything?
No. Oh, hold on. Let me read the comments. He came in and said Scott sucks at producing. That makes sense. The math adds up there.
Oh, okay. What else are we talking about there, Scott? Is there something else?
I think that's it.
That's
pretty much it.
Noob Noob was actually one putting this list together for this one here. So I just was running off of what he gave me when it came to pictures and stuff. So
Even though you kind of jumbled them around and fucked up the whole thing and messed up the feed and showing off your straggly fat arms and everything.
Oh no!
Oh my God!
Oh,
What is
Scott,
that?
what are you doing to
No.
yourself?
that is a year of quarantine and isolation, baby. It's
God.
You could just arm wrestle every day.
not been. Yeah,
Or
I'm not.
stop
Yeah,
eating.
I'm not happy about it either, bud. Guess
you
what?
Just save money on eating.
Yeah, this is why I drink, because I'm depressed.
You should.
Just drink and don't eat.
Keep doing it.
Just drink.
Not
Do you know how
the
much
eating
weight I lost in California just eating spaghetti and drinking whiskey?
That's
And doing
because
cocaine.
that's
And
because
doing
that's all we
cocaine
could
and meth.
afford. That's all we could afford in California was just
So you could
ramen
afford
noodles.
more?
Ramen noodles and whiskey is all we could afford when we were in California.
No, we stepped it up. It wasn't ramen noodles. It was actual spaghetti in a 5-gallon
Are
maker.
you sure
In a-
you weren't just
wait.
slurping on thinly veiled
in a
penises?
5-gallon jug that no one cleaned for a week and grew mushrooms in the sink.
Yeah, but we ate through most of it
I
in a
think
week.
I think our stories from our time in California with the band should be a whole episode upon itself.
Oh, it could be. It could be. It could be.
So-
Last thing I want to go through, I guess, is: are you more excited for DC? First of all, let's compare briefly to the Comic-Con convention, which failed miserably, which no one cared about. I haven't seen this much hype for DC in a long time. I think they actually pulled it off. They said they were going to do this fandom. We were a little skeptical, and they dropped some freaking hammers on us. Suicide Squad teaser looked amazing. The Batman looks amazing. The games coming up look pretty good. I'm not excited for Wonder Woman 84, but I'll give it a shot.
Well, we're gonna have to give it a shot. I mean, and that's just kind of what we do.
I mean, yeah, I think this is definitely better than Marvel. All Marvel has is
Marvel's got nothing right
Black
now
Widow?
brewing. And
They got Black
Eternals.
Widow. Nobody cares about Eternals. Black Widow at least looks like a good movie, but a pointless one.
Do you think that Eternals could bomb at this point? Could that be the first bomb? I mean, from what we're hearing of stuff coming out. I mean, Angelina Jolie is in it. Who else is in it? Kumail
Nanjiani.
Who's all jacked, like totally, absolutely ripped.
He's sexy, Kumail.
Yeah, that might bring all the girls to the farm.
Oh my God, you're drinking more.
Scott just won. I guess. What are you trying to show us that you want this to end?
You finished the bottle.
This has gone so long that I finished the bottle.
You probably should just have, like we said, whiskey and then
Whiskey and nothing else. That's my
Whatever
new diet.
else you're
is
Oh my
eating
God, how much
whiskey.
did you just put in there?
2 fingers.
What the fuck
That's
is
two.
wrong with
That's
you?
2 fingers, but actually, it's not even 2 fingers. So there. See,
boy.
that's how you measure.
Use-
We still have people in the chat saying that we're still getting a little lagging issues. I will change some things around for Friday. Hopefully, we'll be able to solve that, and it will happen less and less as we go along. Thank you for giving me
why
that
don't
heads
you
up,
dip into
guys.
the live stream?
I do appreciate
What?
that.
Let's check the live
And,
stream one
and,
last
and
time.
yes, and before we
Liveception.
head out, we'll do one more check-in with the
They're
levels.
definitely still going. Of course, they're still going.
See, we're talking about timely stuff.
How many do those motherfuckers have in the chat? Can we see
Pee
that?
Wee's Big Adventure. Why don't you just go into their chat and take a look, and then go rip on them while you're
Oh my
there?
god, that's a lot of my phone's dying.
Oh, poor baby. Poor
Let me see.
baby.
They have less people in the chat than we do. So
Yeah, that's right.
Stop being such a
Kenny. Eat a dick. No,
We do like having Kenny on
They have
as
15.
our well, you count as like 5 people, so you
And
know.
actually, you know what? As I scroll through, our chat is livelier. So I'll tell you what, we love all of you that are with us now, and we can't wait to see you again on Friday night. And as I said, I will change some settings around, so hopefully things do go a little smoother for those of you that are having issues. Again, call me out, let me know, because that's the only way I know that these issues exist.
See, if you want expertise and real breakdowns on old movies, go to Levels of Geek. If you want the laughs, you come here.
And you want the greatest entertainer of all time,
The one in
noob.
the party man.
He makes everything so huge.
So do these guys, are they just struggling so much that there's nothing going on out there that they're advertising? They're talking about
I don't
Pee-wee's
know. They
Big
like old
Adventure?
movies.
No,
Their
they-
phone lines are open. Call them. Can we call them live on air? Oh my God. Call them
Like,
live
call
on
them
air.
right now.
Call them right now, noob noob.
Hold on. I don't know. Is this gonna work?
I don't care. You're calling them right now
gonna
as we
call.
live stream,
Do
and
it
you're going to
live.
tell them.
Fuck it.
Just do it live. Hey, look, we're noobcepting. We're doing
That's
the
right.
noobception.
We're completely going off script here. There was no script, but Nunu's going to
There's
call into the
usually not a
show right
script,
now.
but- oh, here we go. It's ringing.
Fucking thing sucks.
Oh,
We'll do it live. Fuck it.
oh, we're part of OrkU. We are live septing you right now. Can you?
We are
hear us?
streaming your stream
OrkU, we are live
while you're streaming.
Can you
Yeah.
streaming your stream?
Yeah. Did you mention us, you pricks? I'll find you.
You guys are straight. Well, we can't.
We don't want you to take our people.
Oh, we're gonna take them all, Kenny. We're gonna take them all.
You can actually hear the echo when I turn their volume up.
I don't know. We're just
How you guys
we're
doing?
live streaming your stuff,
up?
and then we see the phone lines are open. So we're
What
like,
you guys
fuck it, we're
talking
gonna
about?
call.
We're
We're
calling.
streaming our show.
We see Pee Wee Herman. Is that a thumbs up for Pee Wee Herman? Is that a good movie? I like that movie.
Yep. It was our number 3. Number 3 on the top 10 Tim Burton was Pee Wee Herman.
See, look, an analytical breakdown of the top 10 of Tim
Yes,
Burton
Scott.
while we make pedophile jokes.
Noob,
Yeah,
hold that.
Hey,
Noob,
there's nothing wrong
noob.
with that.
Noob, hold that speaker closer to the mic there.
What are you guys talking about?
We basically did what you did on Monday, so we're delayed a lot.
but funnier and better.
Talking about
Well, yeah, more sex jokes. Like
More
a lot
sex
more,
puns.
Like a lot more sex jokes about Robert Pattinson than you probably said.
some more S&M Batman jokes.
Yeah,
They
no,
know
I
me.
might have said I wanted to swallow Dwayne Johnson like at least 7 times.
And that did not happen.
No, well, it did probably
It
tonight.
does now. It did now.
Probably going to look up Dwayne Johnson porn later.
Look at him. We can see him reacting on the thing. That's what happens.
Did you didn't even live stream Septus, did you? You dirty bastards.
No.
Oh, you.
You know,
This is why I have trust issues, Alex.
because all those stuff. I went-
Kenny, do those goddamn push-ups right now. You said you could do more than Goku. Get on the fucking floor. Shirtless. Do it. I want to see those red titties bounce.
I know you guys run pretty rough over there, but this is a family-friendly show.
Oh, is it? Should we?
I
keep
heard
our
them curse
F-bombs?
earlier. Call them out on that.
You know, we only do that when we talk.
We Scott
Hold
says he
on.
heard
like,
cursing.
Now, when you say family friendly, is this like Tom Hanks family friendly? Like, how family friendly are we talking here?
family comment.
You playing with some Toy Story? Like, is he pulling the string and making Woody talk? You know what I'm saying? Oh my god! Oh, the silence is. Oh my god!
The silence is deafening.
You're going Clinton on us. You taking the 5th?
Oh.
Oh, don't spit! Don't spit! Don't do that!
All right. Well, we should leave them alone before we derail their entire show.
All right, guys, you're awesome. We're telling everyone to go follow you, and yeah, we'll set up a more cordial event for us sometime in the future.
Set up a meet and greet.
Yeah.
Meet and greet. Yeah. Everybody go check out OrkU. Just don't go check them out right now because we're doing the show.
We're ending our show, so they can go watch Levels of Geek.
All right, guys, have a good rest of your stream.
Your show.
All right, see you guys.
Can we start doing that and just can we just like audio bomb other people's streams and just
I
see
think
what they're
we're
doing?
gonna have to. I'm gonna have to figure out how to wire that up. I mean, here, let me just figure out how to wire more shit. By the time this is done, I'm gonna be making like rockets going to fucking Mars. The way this is going.
Hey,
But-
Elon Musk might hire you.
I know, but yeah, that's gonna be the new thing. You just saw us live streaming another live stream as they
And
live
call in
streamed.
to their live stream that they're live streaming while we're live streaming our live stream.
And
Where
go
else?
live stream?
Where else do you get that kind of content?
Yeah,
You never get that. We are innovators. We are pioneers. We appreciate everybody who was in the chat tonight. There are so many people out there to thank. I know there was Doc, Burn Doritos, Bridget A, Mark D, some people who knew Noob,
some homosexual named Alex.
Kuro, some I didn't say that one. There was Alex. There was a whole bunch of people out there.
Anthony Dragon Dick Carr.
Dragon Dick. So
Heinz
anyway,
Rough.
thank you for hanging out with us. We will be live again Friday, so be sure to check that out. We have a bunch of videos, a bunch of Let's Play Ghost of Tsushima. You can hear our perilous journeys as we talk about life, the world, and apologies and all sorts of fun stuff like that. We've got some Red Dead videos, some GTA videos. You can see the Guha family if you want to join them while they play Red Dead and GTA Online. What else do we do? What else do we got? Oh, we'll have a upcoming interview with an infamous bartender from the other side of the world. We're going to have someone from Australia on to give us a little bit of some advice on whether or not they liked our drink. We did a super secret special drink for our Congo watch along. I think we actually had an episode with it too. The Damn Dirty Ape Martini. And we might be discussing that.
Do I have to figure out how to invert that video then? Because, like, it's going to be weird seeing us all right side up, and then when he bring his video, it'll be upside down.
He might just be like that.
I'm going to have to figure out how to fix that.
Just have kangaroo sounds the entire time he's on.
What sound does a kangaroo
kangaroos
make?
sounds? Can you find kangaroo sounds?
Noob
And
Noob.
maybe
No,
like a-
no. I want Noob Noob to tell us right now what sound a kangaroo makes.
I don't like kangaroo sex. Like, like I don't know. Like,
What about it? Can you get a didgeridoo? And can you also get, what's the other noise we can get? There's got to be something. Oh, what's the kookaburra? Why don't you get, so he feels more at home.
So we're going to offend this guy the second we bring him on.
Oh, anyway. Well, it looks like it's good night to Doc, Burn Doritos, everybody out there in the chat. Thank you for joining us tonight. And we love y'all.